What made the COVID response successful? उसके elements अगर आप देखें उसमें एक element ये था कि you were able to bring the entire nation together, not just the governments together. वो जिसको कहते हैं एक all of the government approach. So this was not even all of the government approach, this was all of the nation approach. बिकॉज ऊपर कोई डिवीजन नहीं थी, ऊपर कोई जुडिशरी एग्जीक्यूटिव टसल नहीं था, कोई मिलिट्री सिविल टसल नहीं था, कोई प्रोविंस फेडरेशन टसल नहीं था, कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी वर्सेस पॉलिटिकल पार्टी टसल नहीं था. सो एज अ रिजल्ट देयर वाज नो डिवीजन इन सोसाइटी ईदर. सो वी वर एबल टू रीच आउट एंड मीडिया ने प्लेड एन अमेजिंग रोल इन दैट, सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड की, बिकॉज नज़र आ रहा है कि ये बिल्कुल ए पॉलिटिकल है. Ulama were also sending the same messages that we wanted delivered. So the whole nation came together. So obviously in many of the things, so there will be a competitive environment, and that's the whole idea of democracy. Ideas honge, wo compete karenge, log choice karenge. But there are some things in which we have to be able to follow this NCOC model. That kind of collaborative mechanism is needed in my opinion, and it would really help achievement. Environment hai, that's an apolitical issue. Population hai, that's an apolitical issue. There are other things like this. Economy is not. Everybody says economy pe sabka ek charter, sawal hi paida nahi hota, because there is a reason why इस subject का original नाम जो है वो political economy होता था. You cannot divorce politics from economics. So वहाँ पर तो ये possible नहीं है, but there are many places where it is possible to bring everybody together and work on things. Pakistan is now a democracy with all the good and the problems that come with that. And that means that corporates have to have far greater level of public engagement. You cannot just sit at home and divorce yourself from a process which actually is going to determine the future of your corporate. So I'm not talking about simply going and saying that you should meet the ministers or FBR and try and convince them. No, I'm saying public engagement. So if you stay divorced and you do not try and influence public opinion on issues which you believe, not directly कि मेरे tax का ये return कम हो गया है तो मुझे अब 5% tax rebate. No, the overall bedrock opinions which shape the voting patterns, which shape the decision makers' actions. If the corporates are not going to get engaged in that, then they will just sit at home and Sindh Club mein baith ke over a nice dinner, they will just simply crib about yaar hukumat ye nahi karti aur log aise hain. COVID ke andar technology played a very, very central role. Starting from first data capture. So हमने पहला काम जो किया वो resource management system बनाया which was able to provide information from hundreds of hospitals spread across the country, and it was almost real time. In the end, we were at the peak of the crisis, we were able to get data with a lag of only 2 hours. Normally पाकिस्तान में 2-2 साल 3-3 साल रखते हैं सोशल सेक्टर का डेटा लेने के लिए. यहाँ 2 घंटे के अंदर हमारे पास लाइव डेटा. एंड देन उसके ऊपर ऐप डेवलप की NITB ने, निगहबान ऐप which was able to guide the citizen and the first responders to where the available hospital bed might be, and in many ways saved lives by doing that. We also use an AI based model to measure NPI compliance in society. So you take pictures and video feed, and from that, instead of a human being passing judgment, it was technology which was telling us what the level of compliance was, because it had the ability to measure social distancing, percentage of people wearing masks, etc., etc. So technology is absolutely central, and of course the other COVID-related technology impact is the speed at which the world developed vaccines. This was simply not possible in the old age. This is modern technology and digital technology playing a central role in being able to speed up that process. The vision I set for myself is that I want to be able to say at the end of my life that I had a substantive positive contribution on the economic lives of the people of Pakistan, right? So that's what drove the choices that I made. जो public sector का है उसकी दो वजह, एक तो basic reason Imran Khan. If Imran Khan was not there, I would not be in politics right now. So he had been asking me for a few years, and in fact, one of the last messages before my meeting with IK, जब मैंने final decision लिया, I remember he sent me this message, Asad, you need a bigger challenge and the country needs you to get involved. So that was one part of it. The other part of it was an increasing understanding, and I'll tell you uski एक particular event था which really hit me. हम एक नया project कर रहे थे. We had done 5 major projects already कर चुके थे, and I was looking at another one. And एक Dutch development finance institution है DEG. उनके बोर्ड के पास मैं गया हुआ था. कोलोन जर्मनी में मीटिंग थी, तो उनका जो CEO है वो मुझे कहता है कि Mr. Umar, we have done our due diligence. And the conclusion of the board is Anglo yes, Pakistan no. And that hit me. And you could see कि even हमारे जो businesses थे उसमें if you peel the onion, it would always go back to government policy, regulatory environment, etc., etc. So it was very clear that if you wanted to make a big impact, then that's the space that you should be in. आज से कोई 20 साल पहले मैंने पहली दफ़ा ये सुना था. पुरानी एक I'm not sure, but I think American president था पुराना जिसने ये कहा था, graveyards are full of people who thought they were indispensable. तो अपने आप को ज़्यादा serious वैसे नहीं लेना चाहिए. Most of us, without even realizing it, हम अपने parents से सीखते हैं ना. So that's how I saw my father. मेरे वालिद साहब जो हैं वो जब फौज में बहुत कम जनरल्स होते थे. He was a general at that time. He was the first. अभी मोहित यूसुफ जिस पोजीशन में नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एडवाइज़र थे, एंड वो रिटायर हुए फौज से, एंड थैंक्स टू द सर्कमस्टांसेस उनको कभी जेल में डाल देते थे भुट्टो साहब, कभी वो हाउस अरेस्ट हो जाते थे, कभी उनकी लिमिटेड मोबिलिटी हो जाती थी. सो फाइनली जब लिमिटेड मोबिलिटी हुई तो वी वर लिविंग इन केडी एक्सटेंशन इन कराची एट दैट टाइम, तो कारसाज तक और बहादराबाद तक जाने की इजाज़त थी. तो बहादराबाद में होता था मोतमर आलम अल इस्लामी का दफ्तर होता था. ही यूज्ड टू गो एंड वॉलंटियर देयर. हमारे घर के केडीए के घर से बिल्कुल साथ धोराजी था. धोराजी से वो 10B की बस पकड़ते थे अक्सर, एंड ही वुड गो, वन ऑफ द सीनियर मोस्ट जनरल्स ऑफ पाकिस्तान आर्मी. ही हैड नो प्रॉब्लम्स कैचिंग अ बस एंड गोइंग टू बहादराबाद. इसी तरीके से मुझे याद है ज़ियाउल हक का वक्त था. ज़ियाउल हक रिपोर्टेड टू माई फादर ड्यूरिंग द आर्मी डेज. तो वो उन्होंने बुलाया, गवर्नर हाउस में डिनर था. तो माय फादर, घर में वो गाड़ी जो है वो कोई भाई लेके गए हुए थे, तो ही सैट डाउन इन दिस सुजुकी, जो खुली सुजुकी थी, उन्होंने खुली सुजुकी चला के वो गवर्नर चले गए प्रेसिडेंट साहब से मिलने के लिए. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी सॉ. द वर्थ ऑफ द पर्सन इज नॉट द सीट ऑन विच ही सीटिंग. ये छोटा इंसान होता है जो कुर्सी पे बैठने से आपको बड़ा लगे. इमरान खान प्राइम मिनिस्टर नहीं भी था तो देयर वाज ओनली वन इमरान खान. अब मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा, ऐसे भी प्राइम मिनिस्टर गुजरे हैं जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर की कुर्सी पे बैठ भी गए तो वो इतने से छोटे ही रह गए बेचारे. तो ये दैट इज़, अगर इंसान को ये समझ में आ जाए तो बड़ी ज़िंदगी आसान भी गुजरती है.